Mike and Mike.
We were just in the middle of a conversation. I find this a fascinating phenomenon, and I understand it. You know, human nature overtakes logic and reason 10 out of 10 times. You agree with that? Your emotion, your passion. That's why I think sometimes it's got to be interesting to be, like, what's a job where you have to completely put aside your emotion and just do, like a mathematician.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, a professor of mathematics or someone like that. You know, mathematics are just pure analysis. You're either right or you're wrong, and that's it. There's no room for emotion. Emotion overtakes our reason in almost all other circumstances. And I have two examples of them today in the sports world. The first one, the obvious one, is LeBron, and all of just the LeBron hating that is going on all over the country. We've just decided we don't like this guy. And as a consequence, we have allowed it to completely influence the way we analyze him as a player. It really doesn't belong in the analysis, but it is there. We are completely unrealistic in our analysis of this. Here's one from Ted. The reason people are being critical of LeBron, Greeny, and it's a point you seem to keep missing, talking to me, is that those people who weren't specifically turned off by LeBron leaving Cleveland were turned off by what appeared to be LeBron cowering from the position that Jordan, Kobe, Dirk, etc. are in or were in, clearly being the closer, the biggest stage performer on an elite team, never to be outperformed on the biggest stage by anyone, let alone a teammate. LeBron could have had that in Chicago or New York. Even when Shaquille O'Neal was at his absolute best, the unmistakable closer on those teams was Kobe Bryant, which is totally wrong.
Totally wrong.
Couldn't be more wrong.
Completely wrong.
LeBron seemed to be running from what Bird, Jordan, and Kobe types live for. And now that that's actually happening, Wade carrying the load, people who thought he was looking for the easy way out are feeling that view is validated. Ted, I love you. I love people like Ted because you are just fully allowing your emotions to overtake. You sound like a person who knows a lot about basketball. And yet you have allowed the fact that you dislike this guy to completely influence your analysis. Did you watch Miami play Chicago? Did you watch LeBron James dominate that series on both sides of the floor? Did you see the three-pointers he knocked down falling out of bounds against Boston on the road, against the venerable Celtics, against the Chicago Bulls, who were the number one, had the best record in the entire NBA? The way he stifled Derrick Rose, man-on-man defense, which no one did to Rose all year long. Did you watch any of that? Have we discounted that completely because for 3 games, Dwayne Wade has hit more big shots than LeBron has? We've just decided we don't like LeBron, so we're never going to give him the sniff. Shaquille O'Neal was the MVP of all 3 finals that he won with Kobe. All 3 of them. Kobe was the MVP of none of them.
Now, Kobe did stay on there, and Shaq was gone, and Kobe did win them the way a lot of people believe he wanted to win them. And I think that's where a lot of people are going with.
How was he doing when he didn't have Pau Gasol? And he was going on 3 radio shows in one day asking to be traded. He went on 3 radio shows, including the Dan Patrick Show here on ESPN Radio when Dan was here, and I think he went on with Stephen A. and a local show in L.A. and said, I want to be traded out of L.A. because I can't win here anymore, because I don't have enough good players with me. And the next thing you know, Pau Gasol found his way to L.A. for a bag of balls, and now he's got a couple more rings. But Kobe wanted out when he couldn't win anymore.
Yeah.
The great ones want to win. And if they're not in a situation where they can win, they want out. No one blames them for that. You're supposed to want to win. In sports, that's what we think we want these guys to want. We don't want them just to want the money. We don't want them just to want the glory. We want them to want to win.
Yeah,
LeBron wants to win. We don't like that.
But there is wanting to win and wanting to be the man while you win. That's part of it as well. It has to be. It is part of it.
Should it be?
Well, it doesn't matter if it should be or not. It is. You can want it to be whatever you want, but it's there. Whether it should be or not, that's up to every individual to decide.
Put into words, what are we criticizing him for?
People are criticizing him that he is didn't stay in Cleveland to be, you know what they are, to be the man and to lead it and just carry it himself. That's what they're criticizing him for.
Carry it himself. We're critical of him for not wanting to bang his head into the wall that Patrick Ewing spent his whole career banging his head into, and Karl Malone and John Stockton.
I didn't say it was right or wrong, but you asked me to tell you, and that's what it is.
But does logic dictate that makes sense?
No, it doesn't.
Am I wrong when I say emotion is overtaking reason?
Yes, emotion is and again, the way he did it. I take that out of it, and you may have different thought process, maybe not in Cleveland, but around the country about LeBron. Yes, I know he raised a ton of money for the Boys and Girls Club doing the decision. I understand that. But the way he went about his decision, that's what burned everybody. And whether he did that or not, Cleveland may still be mad, but that may have changed everybody's stance a little more if he didn't go through those theatrics.